Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. Like I said, it is Friday, a celebrity gist, lifestyle conversation, and we have a bona fide celebrity by all standards. He's a Nigerian actor, comedian, radio and television presenter, film director, and in the many world of Nigerian entertainment, his name shines brightly. Veteran by all standards, he has carved out an illustrious career spanning across acting, comedy, directing, producing, entrepreneurship, radio, television, presenting, film. Welcome with us, the one and only Ayodeji Richard Makun, popularly known as AY, in the building.
Let's say that you are amongst women.
Let me wait.
Absorb it.
We are so excited to have you. But we're going into a gist because we want to just have a conversation. Many people hear about that. Oh, we're only talking from women's perspective. It's important to have a man's perspective. And this particular story requires a balanced perspective. So I'm so happy you're here.
Okay.
What do you think about looking decent without destroying your body? So a Nigerian man was making a case against the nose ring, put up his wife and said that his wife has a case study. According to him, his wife is already very beautiful. Anything else to add to the beauty? All those piercings will be destroying the body of his wife. So we want to have a conversation around it. One, we'll start, of course, from his perspective of wife, then go to the perspective of self and even children. Because in the same vein, Nino Lowo Makanaki, he posted about taking his daughter for piercing. When I watched the video, I was like,
oh my goodness.
This world we're living in today, how do we approach this? Is taking piercings and all of that good or bad? What's your opinion? That's what we're going to be discussing. It will be general discussion among all of us. I won't put you on the first one. But
no, don't worry. But I can quickly come in by saying that different strokes for different folks.
They want to end the conversation for us.
Yeah.
Let us even start before you end it for us.
But personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of doing too much. Modesty for me remains the very best.
When you say modesty, you mean simplicity? Or?
Yeah, simplicity in every sense. Anything close, even makeup, which you see as some form of enhancement for women. To project their beauty. When it's subtle, near the natural look, I feel is the best. So, like I said, different strokes for different folks.
I'll still ask you more questions. Let me invite our callers to join the conversation. You can call us to join this conversation on 08127 053 687. The number is on your screen. Munch it and put a call through. We'd love to hear from you. You can also tweet to us on X using hashtag #YourViewOnTVC. Then we are also on YouTube streaming. You can comment there and one of the ladies would read your message. So this one is very close to home. You know, my son, I have a staff who has earrings, a guy. And is my video guy. Why are you doing?
I have 7 piercings each.
Jesus. Yeah. And me as a woman, the only pierce that I have is this one that I put earring. And even this one, I barely use it. So my son came to the office and saw Fawaz for the first time and he was like, let me go back home. I knew we were going to discuss it. This is a less than 10-year-old boy. And he was like, Mommy, you say it's not good to pierce. How come Fawaz has earring? That guy in your office, he has earring on. I say it is his choice, but in our own house, by our own rules, we don't do those kind of things. Tough conversation to have. Now, Dami, how would you feel if you want to do extra piercing as you have plenty pierced already?
You don't even, no space again.
No space again.
I'm exhausted and no space again.
Let's say your husband now says that, Mbano, this is not decent. You should have only one piercing as far.
Already pierced.
And tells you to only use one piercing.
Even the mother of my mother, you understand? She couldn't stop it. At a point when I was growing up, I remember that my mom was viciously complaining because the first one was the one from birth. The second one was after secondary school, was shortly that SS3 period. Then the remaining 5, I pierced them myself.
Jesus.
Because I have this myth, I think it's this myth that says that, when somebody is wakajube up and down, if he pierce ear for you, not go done. So before somebody that go and be waka waka, now pierce my ear, and now have
No. Help me to understand it.
That's a myth.
It's a myth that if you... I've never heard it before.
If somebody who florix around, who hops bed around, do you understand? If they pierce for you,
so
that you probably you have swellings.
Yes.
Or it might not get done. It might not.
You've heard it before?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's in town.
I have.
Where do you people live?
Hey.
So we the town children know what is in town.
What era she's from?
Well, the same area you are from, because you people know it together.
So that's why I pierced the remaining. But then I remember that my mom, at a point, she was viciously complaining that it doesn't look responsible. And I said, because I don't like tattoos. And I think because I went to the north, I traveled, I've been to Jos, Kaduna, Abuja, then I see the way our Hausa women arrange it. So I loved it. And that was the basis for me. So it was the fact that, if Hausa people can arrange earrings, why can't a Yoruba person do it? But my mom came from this angle that, they'll perceive you as an irresponsible person. Yes. Though over the years, if you have maybe meetings, some very serious, because of that labeling, I tend to take some off. But these days, here we cover it. Anyway. So you understand. So anyway, so it's not even until my husband says, the husband that will marry me with piercing like this already. Maybe any other thing addition, I might not step into it, but it's done. The last one I had was like 5 years ago.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so very common in the north. We have it. In fact, why I do not have it is because I realized that my own skin doesn't heal fast. So I tried to pierce the second one, and then it's up till today. I'm still trying to heal. So that's the reason why, if not, I would have had my nose ring and, piercing in all over the place, even my ears. But there's just one part that I really frown at. That's the one at the belly button. And then there's one behind.
What's the difference between belly button and nose?
At the back. They usually...
It's the dancing of AY for me.
So that's the only one that, I have issues with. But aside that, piercing, and all of that, it's very lovely. It makes a woman look sexy. Yes, sexy.
Like,
But just like...
Vivian in at the concert.
I've had a lot of it. I've had a lot.
What else can I say? With this point of theirs, I hope I've been able to
convince you that it's
different
confuse you.
Different folks.
Please, what's your own experience on this matter?
I feel that your body, my body, our choice. Anything where you like for this life, I beg to, all of us will die. Okay. Why am I saying this? I remember, like, I come from a home where second piercing, whatever. But I keep wondering, like I said, why are you frowning at second piercing? Like, I used to argue with my parents, they're like, but then I grew up in a home where we wear anklets. Because as from my father's side, the royal, and we have our own personal goldsmith. So there's just so much gold. I hated yellow gold at some point. I'm wearing anklets where everybody frowns at it. I'm going to visit some of my friends, and their parents are like, this guy's wearing But I grew up wearing anklets, and then from where I'm from Onitsha too, we do the whole the traditional thing and stuff. We wear a wardrobe and everything. We wear anklets. It's normal. Someone like, why would you allow me pierce my ear when I can wear anklet? So one time like that, I went on holiday. I went. I was in the UK. I went to Manchester, and that day I woke up. I said, "Get today, not today." I had mission 3-point agenda. 1, tummy piercing, because I wanted to keep my tummy flat, and I felt that if I pierce my tummy, whatever, it will make me, because I want to show it off. Then I'll work on
to make you keep that shape,
the flat tummy. Right? Because there must always be agenda to everything I want to do. Then the second one, I say tattoo. They say sexy, but my mother always say professional. I say, okay, I'll do the tattoo. Then I'll do it in a place that will be hidden, so that my parents will catch me. I say I have fear for my parents with my stubborn head. Then third one was to pierce the second ear. I went that day. I did the second one. I pierced my second ear, which I love. I don't have any regrets.
She's looking for it. It's not see.
No, see the second one now. Look at it. Then I now did the
belly button.
No, I bought the diamond stud for the belly button. We now say we'll do it last. I now say, okay, let's do the tattoo. Did the tattoo, which you will never know.
Oh, okay.
You never see. Then when you got to the belly button, by then my whole body was paining me, ear paining me. When I did the tattoo, the pain, I said, no, now come back next Saturday. Now, so till tomorrow, I don't go back. And I regret it.
So you did 2 out of the 3-point agenda.
Yes, but I regret it because I know that if But my belly for don't flat past the people you like.
But that belly button is quite...
Oh, I have a...
No,
I
it's not
have,
risky.
I have a phone call.
Yeah.
I will take this phone call that I will come to because I can see different expression on AY's face. And I really want to get... Because we rarely have men, a man between us, this conversation. So it will be interesting to get a man's perspective. Come on, welcome to the show. Good morning. Are you still there? Or did I delay you?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Rabiu.
Thank you very much. Yeah, hello?
Hello, Rabiu, you are live.
Yeah. It's all right. That is interesting. I'm with you. I can hear you.
We are with you too.
Oh, we are with you. Talk to us.
Don't listen to the TV, please, Rabiu. Just talk directly.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment related to the topic you people are discussing. You know, to me, piercing does not increase the esteem of a woman because woman beauty is supposed to be natural. You understand? But this piercing is more of an artificial modification. So there are many ways in which a woman can modify herself naturally and the beauty will grow. You understand? For example, now here in the North, it seems to be a taboo to some extent in some society. You understand? If a lady pierces her nose, put like 5 earrings on her hair, you understand? People will be looking at her as if she's irresponsible. Possibly she don't know what she's doing and the rest. So society talks more, you understand, on how a lady appears. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you so much.
Me, I don't think...
Thank you so much, Rabiu. Rabiu obviously prefers this natural matter. So it brings me back to EY. You see, the thing for me is there's always this misconception that women dress for men or women dress for themselves. And men find things attractive and they will say, no, they don't find it attractive. So I'm confused. If many northern women put jewelry on, and the first caller that we got from the north is saying, it makes you look that he prefers natural enhancement. And our Oga here too is saying, it makes you look, you prefer natural things. Why is, there must be a market for all of these things.
Of course. It brings me back to different strokes for different folks.
Okay.
This is AY saying what he likes. The other person can say what he likes as well. As a matter of fact, beyond piercing and what have you, I mean, the general makeover that has engulfed society in present time, there are a lot of people who find it very attractive. I have friends. They'll be like, wow, look at that.
Yeah,
you know, everything. But for some people, it's like, what's all that? And for some other people, they just want moderation. Like, okay, even if you want to do the one that, you know.
Close to natural.
Yes, you know. Some people will just have one small tiny leg like this and go and carry a bazooka like this, you know. And then, you know, it's like foundation. Your leg is the foundation.
Yeah.
You now go and build that
no
kind
balance.
of house on top of that fragile, tiny legs. And then it becomes so obvious and crazy. So for someone like me, I don't have any problem with you doing anything you want to do. But I must say this. Even if women say that, oh, we are doing this for ourselves, it's not completely true. Yeah, it's not completely true. You're doing it to get the necessary attention, to sell the necessary market, and the buyers...
I don't agree with you. Let me take Daniel. I'll take you up on that
maybe
one.
market.
No. I'll take you up on that.
I said
Daniel, maybe. Daniel, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning. And what a coincidence that I'm going to start my contribution from where AY stopped. And this is to totally disagree with them.
I'm struggling to hear you. Can you project a bit more?
Okay. I said good morning. It's quite coincidental that I'm going to start my contribution from disagreeing with what AY is saying. Yeah, granted, if there are some people who may do it for a particular market, but trust me, quite a number of them do it because this is what they like and this is what they want. Going back to the point of different strokes for different folks, right, it contradicts what AY is trying to say. For instance, I have a daughter. My daughter is 22 years old. right from time immemorial, I've always wanted to see ladies with waist beads and leg chains and, anklets and all whatnot. I'm not the tattoo type. I don't have any kind of piercings on my body as a man. I don't do any kind of tattoo. The only needles that have touched my body are those that are medical. But right from age 3, my daughter started wearing waist beads and anklets. She's doing her master's now. She's in the UK. She's got an anklet, and I love it on her. In fact, the only time you can accuse me of looking at a woman indecently is when I see a woman with waist beads. Now, this is nothing immoral. It is an attraction. I like it, and I don't mind seeing women with piercings. Now, for instance, if you do it in moderation, there are men who have tattoos on their bodies. That is okay by me. But when you see a man with tattoos on his face, there's a musician, I don't really know his name. He's got tattoos on his face that looks monstrous. Now, in as much as I don't like it, I don't care if he has it. But I wouldn't want to see my daughter with it. So if she per adventure, she decides she wants to wear a tattoo on her face, I have a duty as a dad to speak to her about it. But she's having tattoos on maybe her arm and wherever. It doesn't really matter to me. So long as she's comfortable in her skin, she's comfortable in what she's wearing, that is fine by me. Okay. And the last condition, she will have to be responsible for whatever happens to her as she carries those things on her body. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you so much. We've had 2 callers from the north, your area, Ramatu.
We wear it. We have it. We wear
you
it.
People, you own it.
We wear it.
So what's his disagreement? What's his disagreement with them?
So he's disagreeing with you from his conversation about the fact that women are not wearing it for men. That women wear for themselves.
I said maybe.
Yes. So they did not listen completely.
He should come to Lagos.
Let me ask you, AY.
He should come to Lagos. Let me take him to those
where women wear it for
the marketers.
Okay, so wait. AY, let me ask you this question. Is there any part of the body that when pierced you get attracted?
I have not based my attraction on any form of piercing. You know, my attraction, should be from here. We should be able to be in the same room and
but
I can.
Men are moved by what they see.
Well, not all men. I'm a man. I can be moved with all the aesthetics, all the beauty, but the crown is knowing that that beauty has a mission. That beauty has that brain.
It's not like wearing 2 million empty heads.
The attraction is the attraction. I'm here in the midst of beautiful ladies. I just might be attracted, but the conversations that we're having, I can begin to say, oh, wow, okay, this person, that person, I like this point. And that forms the basis of what takes it to the next level.
Honestly, you just won me over.
Like looking for where beads are. I have a friend, if she walks in here, you know she wears beads. The beads are like tambourine. It must not cut in the back.
Damn me with the stories. We'll take a break. We'll take a break. When we come, I don't understand these ladies. I don't know where they got there from because I have a totally different breed. When we return, I will tell you my own story. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Honestly, I don't know where they brought my wonderful ladies from today because I seem like the odd one out.
So are you just getting to know the people you work with?
No, you know different sides of them. So you know different sides. These my people, they are like elephants. You will see the tail, you feel like, oh, it's a snake. Oh, very, very coily. Then one day you just see the leg. What is this? Hippopotamus. Then you now see trunk. Yeah, my ladies, they come in, they are different vibe every time. So while I have actually never, because I'm not a jury, I spent most of my growing up years in CAC. We don't wear trousers, we did not wear earrings. So for many years of my life, I did not wear earrings or trousers. I don't even notice people wearing jewelry. People that watch the show, they know me. I've been on the show several times without earrings. So I don't notice. I never know she had piercings.
So you've never been, coming from that background, you've never been engulfed with any form of midlife crisis?
No. I have not. I'm turning 40.
Only God knows what will happen next.
No, don't worry. I'm turning 40 next year, but my adventure is probably within maybe dyeing my hair. or something thereabout, then makeup. But I'm not.
At least
there's still room, Abi.
Yes.
I'm not. I've not pierced anything after they pierced this. Nothing. Never done tattoo. Never worn ankle chain ever. Never even tried on waist bead ever. So I cannot conclude because I'm an adventurous person. But it's just that by upbringing, and that's
she never
resumed street.
Never met a man.
But the reason, and I have 3 children. I never met a man.
I don't know, man.
But you see what occurred to me when everybody was sharing their story. Everything is from people's perspective. So she wore anklets, and that is culturally appropriate based on her lineage and the royalty where she comes from. It's what is expected. You mentioned during the break.
In Warri, once we see that, let's say this one Ogbanje. Ogbanje. But at some point, I started finding it attractive, you know? Yeah. I started finding it attractive. No lies. But then, there's this extra fear that you have as a guy. You just believe that this girl is sport. This guy don't tear. So it's always like
It's
that.
that connotation for us. But if you say
Let me take this call from Port Harcourt. I'll come to you, Dami. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Mr. John.
This is actually my first time.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yes, I totally agree with what Yawa is saying. Because to me, whenever you see a lady dressing, there must be a purpose for that dress. A lady cannot just pick up something that, for example, if you are wearing a waist bead, most of them do show this waist bead. I know that there is no way you are walking and you can see your waist bead behind. So who are the people that you want them to see the waist bead? Is it that when you say you are wearing it for yourself, are you the one also looking at your waist bead behind? The answer is no. So definitely there must be a market for it. And there is this lady that is married, and I discovered that she's doing bleaching. So I asked her, Madam, your skin is just color. What is the purpose behind this thing? She said she's just doing it to look good and the rest. And I discovered that all of a sudden, as she's walking around the street, she's wearing this bra that is pumping her breast out. And this, a married woman.
Uncle John, what are you looking for? Seeing a married woman's something?
No, I discovered that my friend's wife is going astray. Because I don't know how with that kind of dress, but she's trying to belong because of the kind of dress that she's seen other ladies wearing. So I asked her a question. So the purpose behind it is to get attracted to other men. That is just like the way ladies are doing bombs and everything now. How can somebody go and get loan of 10 million to go and do that? You understand?
I understand you, Mr. John, but I don't.
Of 5 million, you cannot invest your 5 million.
Some people, their body is their investment, and they take good care of their body.
Let's not shy away from the fact that some persons have gone overboard. Some do it on their tongue. Some,
Why are you calling it overboard? If you can pierce your ear, see the way Nigerians are selective in it. It's okay to pierce nose, but it's not okay to pierce your tongue.
It's not okay to pierce. But if we're even going to talk about piercing, maybe the one I feel a bit awkward about is when you have to pierce your titties.
Hey,
and because that's why I did it.
Your body, your
Do you understand? That's why I didn't call it the main name. Anybody that knows that one, you people are inside that. Do you understand? But because of the medical implications, I feel that, okay, a lot of young women do it now, and they are wondering, do you people even want to breastfeed at all? Do you want to wind babies? Are you going to have to take it out? Long-term perspective, breast cancer, what is... Because sometimes, if you look at this fashion that we are engaging in now, it is not now that we'll begin to see the repercussion. It's that like after 10 years, 20 years. I've heard people who pierce, and after a few years, they begin to grow keloids, and they have to take it out. A friend of mine went to do open teeth. That mouth swell like this. The point is talking about what to do. Yes, she went to file open teeth in Yaba. At the other, my sister, she have gone to look for cement to block that open
teeth. Sorry that you did not have.
Me, I'm outside child. I
want to do both.
You understand? So I know all sorts and I see all sorts. But when you just say
yeah, but the thing is this, right? Like I say, depending on the kind of profession you're in, you should know what to do. You understand? I'm not going to be a lawyer and then the way I'm a lawyer, I'm in court or whatever, and then I have piercings on my tongue or whatever. But if I'm an artist...
I put it to you.
Yeah.
And then that will buy you instead of
but if I'm an artist, I can decide to design my whole product. I'm selling my market. That is the profession. Depending on your profession, you can do whatever you want to do. And then you can't judge people based on, you know, everybody.
Your own worldview.
Like in the North, they do all the tattooing all over their body, lali and stuff.
Yeah, and I think for some people, it's just a way of boosting their individual confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but I still say that piercing in some areas is very dangerous because especially like the one of belly button. I've seen a video of somebody who pierced her belly button and it turned out very bad.
So let's dig into the medical implication of some of this.
It turned out very bad.
There are things you can do and get away with. Yes. And there are some things you can do and you will not get away with doing them. So while we can say, like AY mentioned when he came, he said there are different strokes for different folks. Yeah. But even as the stroke, if you stroke one area, you might get away with it, and you stroke another area, and it is lifetime.
Your folks will gather.
They go committee for you.
Beyond that, even you, lifetime implication of the challenge you have used your hand to stroke. So let's talk about the medical implication of some of these things, these assessments that we do, because the person on social media that put it out there was saying, looking at it from the beauty perspective. And I was jokingly telling my husband that if there's any surgery I want to consider, it is a tummy tuck. Yeah. He now told me that Shebi will remember late Stella Obasanjo and what happened. That you don't want to be used as an example of be looking for what the doctor sign you will give you. And there are many people that have lost their lives on the surgical table trying to do one assessment or the other. Some as little as infection from piercing because they did not do it in the right place or with the right professional people. It just goes wrong. So I would like us to talk a bit more about those areas. So Ramatu already mentioned our own strong points. Yes. You don't want the tongue, Abi?
Yes, the tongue and then the belly button part, because I've seen a video of somebody who pierced her belly button and she was hospitalized. I think after some time, she even passed away and all of that.
Wow.
Really very, very bad. And then you notice, like me, for example, you know, I pierced my second and I noticed that it refused to heal. I wanted to do more, but because I know now that my kind of skin is not the type now, so I didn't go further. So I'm just not
like me, I get scared a lot. And regardless of the fact that even in my long time, I wanted to do all those things, I had to wait to do it in an environment that I had insurance. That's why I said I had to wait. Like when you traveled. When I traveled to do it. Why? Because before I even did my eyebrow, whatever, they'd have to do a test. You that said you had to now do it before you found out. You won't get to that point. They must do a patch test on you to know if the needle is okay for your body or if something is okay. Before then you wait for 3 days before you know if you can proceed with any, whether even tattoo. You sign consent and there's insurance.
So do they do tests around
Nigeria here? Don't go there, go
So it's on you as an individual to love yourself well enough that even though you want to explore, you want to do certain things, make sure that you're doing it in a place and in a space where they have the right medical resources to make sure that things don't go wrong. Things can go wrong regardless. People try to have babies naturally.
People die.
And people die. A lot of things happen. So you can't use that to base statistics because even though you're talking about surgery, there are so many people having these surgeries every day and
they are fine.
So
just to digress a little, from what she said, I mean, you talked about tummy talk and the position of your husband. That's a man that we must commend. Yeah, we must applaud him. Because, you see, the pressure on most women comes from the men.
Yes.
It comes from the men. Now, you see this very curvy, beautiful, flat tummy woman, and then you put her through all sorts. She don't give you 3 children.
And you now
and then the next thing, you want to assess her. And you want that flat tummy. You want everything. And you begin to put pressure. Look, what's all this? What's all this under my roof? And then when you put that pressure on the woman, and then she's not going to do what not me, and at the end of the day, you probably end up hearing stories like this. So, kudos to Oga. I meant to more slow down, now to do.
So, I'd like to have your final comments on this because we have plenty questions for. You know, you has gisted with us, but I want to dig into, I know you have a movie coming, I know you have plenty things, but I want to first have final comments from the ladies. They will take a break, then come back and get into your own.
Enter him. I think basically body modification, body enhancement, the first thing is talk to yourself individually. Like the first caller said, are you sure that when things go wrong, you are going to be there to be accountable for your deeds? People begin to tend to shift blame. Oh, it was the doctor that didn't do it well. Oh, it was because the injection had... You took yourself to them for experiments, in quotes. And like Amaka also mentioned, yes, people that just wanted to bring another life to bear. Anything can happen. Yeah. So firstly, know yourself, know thy body. The one that Amaka is saying is for advanced country. You go and do skin patch. Your financial pocket, did you support skin patch? All of you that used to go to Yaba under bridges, know that when the die cast, you are on your own. And maybe make you have reserve money in case of incasity, like my people used to say it.
My final what I'm going to say is know your body type and also just appreciate yourself the way you are. There's no need to go and start trying to enhance some other things and all. I remember on this show, there was a time I was saying that, you know, I really want to have hips. So I've done all the squats and everything, and still, it's still not there. I've accepted myself the way.
And love yourself the way you are. Yeah, I think it's a very powerful point to end. Self-love. Yeah. Self-love is extremely important. If you are trying to get accepted by a man, friends, society, and that's the reason you are doing piercing, tattoo, and reshaping your body, you will do everything and you will still feel empty. So feel yourself properly with, my own perspective, the word of God. Feel yourself with your own love. Feel yourself, you know, feel yourself with self-love. And from that point on, every other thing is secondary. Yes, I also, in the Omojesu too wants to have flat tummy after twins. But that's life. And I would remind myself again that, we take a break. Those that know, they know. Oh God, you don't want to know what we were discussing. You can see everybody laughing. You don't want to know.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We have burst AY's ears today on this show. Oh, no. We are going to be talking to AY himself.
Cleansing.
I am
after this time.
When I was introducing you, I've spoken about your philosophy. You had a very thriving, positive career. From comedy to TV show to mentoring, creating a platform for many other comedians to discover themselves. I can never forget, I watched Akororo's Discovery. And and now he has become everything, you know, because there was a platform created. And then you went into movie. And at first I was like, just stay to the one, you stay in your lane. But then the movies, now we have part 1, part 2, and you've also thrived there. And I know that now you have something coming again. But how has it been like juggling, or rather transforming yourself, the metamorphosis over and over again? How does that make you feel pressured to want to do something else that is bigger?
Well, the movie part, let me start off by saying that I didn't just get into movies by accident. I'm a trained theater artist.
Wow.
I majored in directing.
Wow.
So a lot of people, the part that they see is, let me hear you say, So when they see you, so you're just like that guy who's just coming from nowhere into an existing space. By training, this is supposed to be me. So, I mean, comedy gave me inroads into the industry. Sure. And of course, you know, when you are trying to build a brand for yourself, it comes from one aspect. And then you can just knock on the doors of what you understand and love to do as well. And that's how, you know, I got into doing movies. And as a matter of fact, from the very first one till date, it has been good. The first one even put us in the Guinness Book of World Records. Yes, as the highest grossing movie from Africa at the time. And you know, for me, when music is good, you play it twice. So I metamorphosed into making some other films, from 30 Days in Atlanta to a trip to Jamaica, 10 Days in Sun City, Christmas in Miami,
you went into Merry Men.
1, 2, 3. And then we did Almajiri as well. That was another one. And we're back again. With the waiter. The waiter is going to be in cinemas nationwide from on the 20th of December.
There's enough time. Let us watch the
Trailer.
Should we watch it now, or should we? Let's still.
It's
let's
a
still,
teaser, actually.
The teaser.
It's a teaser.
Okay, so let's watch the teaser. Maybe it will form the basis for the next questions the ladies will throw at you.
Don't shoot! A is foul.
Hey! Break it down to you, moron.
It feels good to follow someone who understands their environment.
I know this place like the back of my hands.
So now the back of your hand, this Abi.
Lord, have mercy.
Come on.
That's it.
That was
at the back of your hand.
no.
I can't wait.
Heavy guns.
This is
If I'm going to ask you, I've noticed that also having a background in filming and movie making, if I'm going to ask you, I know that this very recently, there are some of you movie producers who don't mince in production. Some
Serious
producers,
money.
yes, because if I was look at your movies, I'll look at like a Funke Akindele movie, there's a lot of destruction, which ultimately boosts the movie. But do you say at some point there's always like, let us still compromise, or let's go all out first, then the compromise can come later?
The compromise doesn't work anymore in this present time. I'll make you understand, if you don't put the necessary value in the film,
We'll lose everything.
you will lose everything, the patronage, everybody, because gone are the days where we just accept anything and say, okay, they are growing, they are coming up. If you call it business, it has to reflect, you know, in every form, from your creativity to the kind of talents, to the kind of story you're telling, because nobody is just ready for you to just come with all, even if you have all the razzmatazz in place, and you don't give it that value, and there's nothing to take away from, they'll wait for you on Twitter. They will dissect you by the time they finish your career. You will know what to do when next you go to your drawing board.
Because this brings me to Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, and how, you know, we were hearing that Netflix is leaving Nigeria, and how it will affect, you know, people like you that put and Funke them, and a lot of producers and directors that put in a lot of work to give us value even before Netflix. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, well, they're already saying all of that is a rumor.
Okay.
And we want to believe it to be a rumor per se. And one of the reasons why I would believe that is not too long, they had like a Zoom meeting with me. So I was wondering, where is this news coming from? And what have you? So now, it's not what they are saying is that they can't get involved like they used to get involved because they put a lot of money into our industry and they're not getting return. That returns on that investment
Not at the same level.
It's not there. So it's like, let's take a break, let's go and re-strategize and know, you know, we can be doing originals, you know, we can be licensing. So that's the conversation going on. But of course, you know, people will just take it overboard and say, okay, they don't run, no, they don't run. So they haven't left. And as a matter of fact, it's not just limited to our industry only. It's concerning all of us as Nigerians. What are we doing with the platform? For example, you subscribe to Netflix. You're going to give that same password to somebody else. So in a way, before now, yes. In a way, so you don't see the numbers coming back.
We're cheating ourselves.
Yes. And so when all of this conversation and occurrences goes on, it affects the business itself. So let's give them time to re-strategize. But how does it affect us, like you said? I would say that it's going to be a big blow because the kind of money we put on the project that we do, we don't usually get it back from the cinemas because we don't have enough cinemas. And of course, even if you see all that billions and everything
So
that
many mouths
we
to
come
feed.
up with, by the time they do that sharing ratio,
formula.
you know, for the cinema owners, the distributors, and what have you,
producers.
you will be shocked that even FRS and the people that are coming for us, if they know how much.
Where remain?
So, but then, when they want to come for us, they come with that number in focus. Wow, AY must have made 1 billion. Let's go for it. I said, look at it on the table. This is it. I want me marry. Say.
So I want to ask this question. So are you part of the people who were being funded too by this particular distributor?
I have never been funded.
Because one of your friends went on and said that...
Not one of my friends. Mention his name. Basket Man. my colleague, my brother.
Yes, he went and he mentioned that some of you didn't really use the funds for what you were supposed to use it for.
Yeah, I mean, he got his information right because that happened. And even before Netflix came, all of that was happening with BOI at the Bank of Industry at the time. There were a lot of people who collected money.
For movies, I went to build house. Yes, Nigerians.
That's what he said.
There are a lot of people who collected money from Bank of Industry at the time. But I can attest to the fact that the same thing happened with Netflix because they have like a due process and they have a payment structure. Netflix doesn't just come out and give you the money. So there's a structure in place, you know, and when they are funding you, even they will so put the money together, even yourself, you not see the money spent because it will be segmented for different parts. So I wouldn't know how the other people, maybe the first 10%, they'll use it to do the job, and then the other ones, they'll do what they have to do with it. But notwithstanding, all of this is just a wake-up call for our own industry. We need to come up with something. We need to set up our own platforms. Yes. It's high time we relegate ourselves from believing that it's the man on the other side that is going to come and help us. You know, now we're depending on YouTube. You see a lot of us now.
Everybody do full movie.
You see, we go on YouTube, you know. And then we don't encourage the few Nigerians who probably came up with such ideas. I've seen some of them come up and they pack up because we're not encouraging them enough. So, well, it's just a wake-up call generally for everyone.
Let's look at funding as regards movie funding, because these days the movies you people project or you bring out, they're usually quite heavy.
Yeah.
Sometimes people feel that, oh, you could be self-funded. Sometimes it's a group of people where you have the executive producers. And you've also said now that nobody has funded you. So these millions of naira, where does it come from?
My name is Richard Ayodeji. Makun. I work so hard. It's just like I do AY Live. I do a lot. I'm an influencer. I do quite a lot. So what happens with my own brand is that AY Live is coming up now. Money is going to come by the special grace of God. You direct some of that and invest into filmmaking. Now this is December. Money is going to come. Whatever money is going to come, I'm also going to direct into AY Live. So for me, the circle must be complete. If anything goes wrong, it affects
every other person.
Yes.
Every other thing.
So for me, that's the reason I am not looking at, and I'm not very comfortable borrowing. I am one of those people that can't sleep if I have your money in my system.
Why borrow if you have the money?
Yeah, but then big businessmen who are my friends, they say, you are a joker.
Yeah.
You must
get comfortable.
Borrow. You must have that money to just say that I have one money to, and then take that loan, service the loan, pay whatever you want to pay, and make your profit. I'm trying to learn it, but I'm not there yet.
Okay, so let me also ask the question that is on everybody's mind. Is there going to be a premiere or something?
Of course.
Yes, so before the 20th, right?
There's a premiere that's happening. It's being packaged by Live Sports. It's going to be part of the entertainment
events for
week in Lagos. Yes, EWL, the one that is being put together by Daria Talade and his lovely wife. So I mean, you can be rest assured that we're going to be having one of the
live sports. They are good.
Yeah, no, they are good. They are good. They are second
good.
to none, actually. So, and that's the reason part of the investment and spending money. That's the reason we have to say, okay, these are the people that will do it, so that you know everything about your film starts from the premiere, the way it's being perceived, you know, and you know. The business of show business indicates that you must have something to show for the business.
But your trailer is really good, though.
Okay, so let's talk about the movie, right? So what inspired the story? What brought about the story? Did you just think of the story and then you got someone to help you?
Now stories. I usually come up with all my stories for my films, and I try as much as possible to make them relatable to the
societal happenings.
Yeah, things that are happening. Because gone are the days you're just going to come up and say one lie on the pursue monkey and all that. Nobody's buying all that. So now, as entertainers and as a comedian, I'm a social commentator. And as a social commentator, you must talk about the things that are happening around you and try as much as possible not to hit below the belt as well.
So they don't ban you.
Wisdom. Yes, you must find a way to create that aesthetic balance. So for me, the waiter tells the story of our present-day society and the struggle that we're facing, the common man on the street in his capacity as a waiter, and you find yourself in a situation and becoming the hero. It's just a way of encouraging people that anybody here can become, you know, that hero if need be.
Let me take this call from Abuja. Nene, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. I want to direct one suggestion I have to AY.
Okay, please go ahead. It's all ears.
I'm here.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me, Topper?
Yes, we can hear you live and clear. Loud and clear.
I want to direct this question to AY. It's a suggestion, sort of. Oga AY, good morning.
Madam, somebody, I greet you.
Nene?
Okay, my name is Nene. Okay. I'm calling from Abuja. Sometime in 2017, December, I attended your audition. And Merry Men. You know, I had come in from Kogi, we were at the audition, and at the point you said you needed married women that looked young. I jumped out. Okay, yes, so I have.
The line is breaking.
The line is breaking.
I'm so sorry, Nene. We have just 2 more minutes on the show. We will not want to. We can't wait for the network issues to go. But I'm sure AY is someone that would appreciate every feedback. There are always blind spots when it comes to production, and some people taking advantage of opportunities that are created. So please, it helps us to grow. Send it to him via DM, send it via email. It would definitely get to him. But we cannot end this show without giving information about how to watch The Waiter, which is the latest movie coming out from AY.
I was waiting for that. If not, at that table, Okay, The Waiter is going to be in the cinemas nationwide. So anywhere you have cinema in Nigeria, you're going to see The Waiter. And as for publicity, if you look around, you see we've taken over the billboards and whatever. You see, you get all the information, whatever cinema that you need to find yourself to see The Waiter. It promises to be exciting. It's engulfed with a whole lot. Action, comedy,
action is
everything put together.
They actually break that bottle.
It's not the regular Nigerian film. It's not the regular one. So even if you've seen anything that AY has done before, just call everything rehearsals. This is the
movie.
You know, like Michael Jackson said, this is it. Before he died, but I'm not planning to die yet.
No.
But this.
You are in gang vampire.
This is it.
I think I have one for AY that you must hear. Andrew Instre from YouTube said, I want Makun to produce a World War II movie about Nigerian soldiers in Burma or fighting in North Africa against the Nais or those Nigerians who flew as fighting pilots to the RAF. It is doable.
I want you, your family member, to give me a World War II money.
I will tell you.
Yes, show. It was amazing having you on the show today. Thank you for gisting with the ladies.
Thank you.
And we definitely all wish you the
and
best.
I'm getting to know the ladies now. So
Yeah.
from TV. It's a film trick. It's not film trick. They are hot.
Behind the scene, it goes down.
We really enjoyed having you. We wish you the best with the waiter. Nigerians, see you. Don't go and watch hacked version. Go to the cinema, spend time with family. There's so many movies coming out this season, and that's because a lot of Nigerians have put in efforts to entertain you with true, genuine Nigerian stories. So go and support them. Watch The Waiter on the 20th of December. That's all we can take on the show today. It's been a beautiful week. See you all, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Your VPG will come tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.